Welcome to Earnings Central. In this video, we'll break down Rocket Lab USA's third quarter fiscal 2024 earnings. We'll cover key financial performance metrics and dig into insights from the earnings call. Let's get started. Starting with top-line revenue, the original estimate for Q3 was $102.28 million. The company actually reported revenue of $104.81 million, surpassing expectations by 2.47%. This quarterly revenue also marked a major 54.9% increase compared to the $67.66 million reported in the same quarter last year. Moving to adjusted earnings per share, or EPS, the original estimate for Q3 was a loss of 9 cents. The company actually reported a loss of 10 cents, missing expectations by 1 cent. This result also reflects a 5 cents greater loss than what was reported in the same quarter last year. Now, let's dive into some additional performance metrics highlighted during the earnings call. First and foremost, Rocket Lab maintained its focus on profitability, reporting gross margins in line with the prior guidance range of 25 to 27% on a GAAP basis and 30 to 32% on a non-GAAP basis. This demonstrates the company's ability to execute efficiently and manage its costs effectively. Another impressive metric was Rocket Lab's total backlog, which grew an impressive 80% year-over-year to $1.05 billion. This backlog provides excellent visibility into the company's future revenue streams, with approximately 50% of the current backlog expected to be recognized as revenue within the next 12 months. However, Rocket Lab did report a non-GAAP free cash flow usage of $41.9 million in Q3, a sequential increase from the previous quarter. This was primarily driven by increased spending related to the Neutron development program, as well as some lumpiness in Space Systems program milestone receipts. The company expects capital expenditures to continue increasing over the next few quarters as it invests in Neutron's launch infrastructure, production facilities, and Space Systems capacity expansion. Adjusted EBITDA loss for the quarter was $30.9 million, up from $21.2 million in the previous quarter, again reflecting the heightened investment in the Neutron program. Despite these near-term cash flow impacts, Rocket Lab maintains a strong balance sheet, ending the quarter with $508 million in cash, cash equivalents, restricted cash, and marketable securities. Now, let's shift focus to some of the key insights and takeaways from the earnings call. One of the most significant announcements was Rocket Lab's signing of a multi-launch agreement for its Neutron launch vehicle with a commercial constellation operator. This represents an important milestone as Rocket Lab begins securing its first Neutron customers, even as the vehicle's development continues to progress. Regarding Neutron's development, the company reported several key milestones, including the successful completion of a wet dress rehearsal for the second stage, as well as the production of flight hardware for the first stage tanks and fairings. Additionally, the Archimedes engine testing program has doubled its cadence, with multiple engines being put through their paces on the test stand. These achievements demonstrate Rocket Lab's steady advancement towards Neutron's inaugural launch, currently targeted for mid-2025. Complementing the Neutron progress, Rocket Lab also highlighted its ongoing digital engineering efforts, including an $8 million study contract awarded by the U.S. Air Force's Research Lab. This contract will showcase Rocket Lab's digital engineering prowess with the Archimedes platform and potentially pave the way for further integration with the National Security Space Launch Program. Another significant development was Rocket Lab's selection by NASA to propose a new mission concept for the Mars Sample Return Program. The company believes its extensive experience in building spacecraft for Mars missions, as well as its proven track record of delivering complex projects on accelerated timelines and reduced budgets, make it uniquely positioned to tackle this ambitious endeavor. Turning to the Space Systems segment, Rocket Lab reported the successful completion and delivery of the 2 Escapade spacecraft for NASA, although the mission has been delayed due to the launch vehicle not being ready in time. The company also highlighted its progress on the $515 million contract to build 18 satellites for the Space Development Agency's Tranche 2 Transport Layer constellation, with the preliminary design complete and hardware production underway. Additionally, Rocket Lab announced the completion of its next 2 satellites for Varda Space Industries, which will support the company's capsule re-entry missions, with the fourth Pioneer spacecraft already in development. These achievements across the launch and space system segments, combined with the strategic moves in securing Neutron contracts and advancing its digital engineering capabilities, demonstrate Rocket Lab's continued evolution as an end-to-end space company, well-positioned to capitalize on the growing demand for its comprehensive suite of services and products. As Rocket Lab navigates this phase of rapid growth and investment, the company remains focused on disciplined execution, innovative solutions, and strategic partnerships that will solidify its position as a leading player in the global space industry. With a strong financial foundation, a diversified business model, and a talented team, Rocket Lab appears poised to continue its trajectory of success in the quarters and years ahead. That wraps up our recap of Rocket Lab USA's third quarter fiscal 2024 earnings. If you found this recap helpful and want to stay on top of more earnings reports from other companies, don't forget to subscribe. We've got plenty more quick and easy breakdowns coming your way from Earnings Central.